Hello, it's just some person. This is what I look like. Today we're doing something just a little different, as today I want to make a cooking video. And today, I'm gonna make egg fried rice. The most important thing about egg fried rice, you never make your rice the same day. So I'll be filming this on 2 separate days. Today, just making the rice. That's all. First thing you want to do is you want to grab your rice. This is some jasmine rice. You want about a few cups of these, depending on how many portions you're going to make. The next thing you want to nab is a good rice cooker. You can do this on a pot, however you got a rice cooker, use it. I'm going to take some of this rice and put it into this rice cooker. Now that adds some of, you want to make sure it's all even on the bottom, like so. I'm going to add a little more rice. There we go. Then you're going to fill it with water, or if you have some, either chicken broth or chicken stock. I currently have chicken broth. So I'm just going to add some of it in. As one Uncle Roger would say, just use feeling. Alright. And that's that. Next, place your lids on it. Then make sure it's plugged in, like so. Sorry about that. And then make sure it's cooking. When check back in about an hour or so. Oh, and if this thing says warm, that means your rice is done cooking. You want to nab one of these and just essentially scrape. Now make sure you get to the bottom, because you want the rice to stop cooking. Tastes good. Then, after getting the rice in a container, like so, you want to make sure it's cold to that, and any ex relationships you may have. So yeah. See you, I'll do the rest tomorrow. It is now day 2, and these are some of the ingredients I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a couple cloves of garlic, a couple of shallots, some spring onion, both as a cooking ingredient and garnish, some celery, some soy sauce, sesame oil, and sambal. I'm going to get them to fit in the cutting board, but I also have broccoli and chicken that I'm going to use, as well as a little bit of MSG. First things first, I'm going to peel and chop my shells with this little knife here. Nice knife, been used a few times. I was already got off the excess, like the very first layer, so now I'm just going to chop, let those ends off, and try to peel this one outside layer here. There we go. finally chop this as well as I can. Should probably be a good time to mention, I am not a professional chef. Probably won't ever be, but I'm mainly doing this video so I can learn how to cook myself and get some more videos out. So, hey, why not enjoy some new things? I'm going to do the same thing with this nice little clove shallot. Chop. And chop. And we have a trash can right next to me to put those little ends. Yeah. Yeah, I accidentally took a bit too much off of that shallot part. But you know what? It is still going to be nice and good at the end. I wonder how similar this tastes to an onion. Got a little stronger taste than onion. Or maybe it's just me. Okay. Alright. And next up, garlic. I already peeled the cloves I want to use. I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic. And let's get it chopping. That should be good. Good. Now time for the spring onion. And I'm going to use these white parts here as part of the cooking process and the green parts here as garnish. Just because, hey, might as well use the whole thing while I can. So much flavor in these things. I'm going to cut off the root ends. Gonna chop off the white ends, set the rest of them to the side, and then carefully chop. I apologize for my knife skills. I'm not exactly the best. But you know what? We're just going to keep going. Going. And now for the celery. I am just going to chop this end off here, this end off here, and just chop this into little bits. Well, not exactly little bits, but you get the idea. Save some snacks for the chef. Now, like the spring onion, I'm probably going to put some of this in for cooking, some as for garnish. I understand, and that celery might not be a traditional ingredient, but I like it. Throw some in there. No, put a little. Yeah, that should be fine. And next up, I have this chicken. Now I got gloves on while I'm cutting because I don't exactly like touching raw meat myself. Now, my understanding, chicken isn't also a common ingredient, but please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure chicken is a little more acceptable than Jamie Oliver's chili jam. Seriously, dude, what were you thinking? That one. It was like, you're a professional chef, and yet you don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for everything. But that didn't seem like a good use of money. An ingredient right there. There. I think that's well enough. Now on to the actual cooking. This is my wok. Well, technically my parents' wok. So, and yes, this is a gas stove. Uncle Roger's right. It's a little more satisfying to use with real fire. Then again, I've never used an induction stove before. Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm going to fire this thing up. There we go. I'm going to drizzle this with a good amount of canola oil. Well, the reason why I'm using canola oil is because I don't have any vegetable oil on hand. But it should work out fine. Especially since it isn't olive oil, or worse, extra virgin. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Now that my oil is nice and hot, I'm going to add in the first thing that's going to take the longest to cook, the chicken. Okay. That's a good sound to hear. Get that moving. That's honestly a really satisfying sound to hear. And now I'm going to add in the combo of shallots, spring onion, garlic, and celery. Okay, so I'll get that nice and in there. Is this chicken instantly cooked? Now, oh, that smells nice. Gonna keep that moving. Get it all nice and mixed together. We'll set that there. Let that go till it's fragrant, and I'm going to turn off my camera and I'm going to crack about 4 eggs. Hello, I'm back again. It's been some time, and I might have accidentally burnt my onions and my shallots, but that's okay. Hey, we're all learning here, aren't we? Anyway, I nearly forgot to add in my broccoli. A little too much, probably. Again, we're all still learning, so I'm just going to let those mingle with each other. Is this going to be more like a stir-fried and egg-fried rice in the end? Probably. If it does, I apologize. Like I said, we're all learning. Or at least I am. Some of you might actually know what you're doing. Okay. Next I'm going to add in my egg. Got 4 eggs right there. And I'm just going to keep them moving so they don't quite turn to an egg scramble. Because that's the last thing I want to happen. Alright, now time to add in the rice. The rice has been sitting in the fridge for about 24 hours, so it's got a little stiff in its tight packaging. But you know what? It's gonna be fine. Right here. I'm going to have to clean it up later. And I'm just gonna keep stirring until everyone's gotten to know each other. Yeah, that was good. Alright. Now, I'm going to add in my fish sauce, or not fish sauce, sesame oil, soy sauce, and some of that sambal. First up, the sambal. This stuff fairly strong, so I'm just going to add two good-sized spoonfuls. So I'm going to mix that in. Then soy sauce, and some sesame oil. In a second, I forgot to do something with it, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that, forgot to take the little thing off. Now we're going to add in some sesame oil. And a little more soy sauce, just because I like my soy. Give that all one final cursory mix, and yeah, this is a little bit more wet than I wanted it. Normally it's not supposed to be wet, but this is my first time making it, so this is something to learn from. And hope you all see it that way as well. And now, gonna add what Uncle Roger calls King of Flavor, Little MSG. That's probably enough. One last mix. And there we have it, folks. Egg fried rice. Going to turn that off. I hope you all liked and enjoyed it. I had fun making this. And, wait, scratch that last part. I'll try to get some reactions to it.